Good afternoon. I love to share my knowledge and experience more than 30 years. I established this channel to share my experience in the hope of to have people to give freedom and independence. I came to Australia in 1994 and I didn't know what to do. I go to library, open a book, Who is Who, and found that the best people have good life in Australia, the people who specialize in area of financial services and real estate. I said, oh, fantastic. I can establish my company and started to real estate. Then I started to think, no, real estate probably is not a good idea. Why? Firstly, I'm not speaking English. What about if finance? Finance, okay, finance. I said, okay. What about if I go and started to lend money? Yes, I speaking hardly in English, but some people who needed money, they will understand. And this is what I've done. I established company, which is for mortgage manager. We using a big company to purchase money on the capital market and lend money under our own brand. But 2008, we started to have a problem. As you know, that in the United States, the biggest market non-conforming loan is started to collapsing. And some bigger company like Lehman Brothers collapsed. And of course, for a small company like our company, Aussie Mortgage Solutions, we're not able to lend money. Today, Aussie Mortgage Solutions as a mortgage broker, and everything's going fine. We're helping people to get a home loan, investment property loan, self-managed superfund loans in every area. And we've got experience to do it. So I go and get an education. Firstly, I've got a certificate 4 in financial services to get a broker license. Then I go to the diploma financial management. But like I mentioned before, in Australia, eventually we're not able to lend money anymore. And what to do? I decide, okay, it's fine. So I go to study and get a diploma in financial planning. I started to offer people small investment, risk insurance, set up for them financial plan. Some people going well, some people going not well. And of course, the bigger problem is come across that, yes, people can establish a financial plan, but they needed to change the life, but they don't want to do it. I'm not talking about that you have to struggle and live on a small amount of money. No, this is not it is. Like how I started and become professional investor, for instance. It's very simple. I started to from $100, save $30. When I save $30 in 3 years, I already got money for next year. And what this money will do for me, it's of course I will able to study. Because to study, you need to have not only money, you need to have a time. So you need to set up so properly business that you have time for everything. For clients, of course, and for yourself, for family. I've got kids. So, but I'm not stop about it. I go further and I got a diploma, advanced diploma financial planning. But to work with more wealthy people is required more skills, more ability clear talk, more explain. And most of the clients I have been working with the people who is immigrant, of course. And I helping many people started to become financially independent, like similar what I've done. And everything what we're doing, I would like to discuss about later, we're doing through the real estate. I know that some people saying about, oh, don't keep all money in one basket. And this is true. But what does it mean, not keep all eggs in one basket? This means that don't buy only residential property, or don't buy only commercial property, or don't buy only investment property. This is a particular thing I'm talking about. But if you started to split yourself, global shares, Australian shares, managed fund, property trust, this means everything is going around. It's more fantastic, more secure. But the question is, where the average people will got so much money? Let's say you've got 100,000, and if you 100,000 and split for 10,000 everywhere, nothing to left. So I decide, okay, I get education in self-managed performance. Today, and I've got about very, very good clients who earn in excess more than $3 million. And of course, it's good for them, good for me, good experience and knowledge, and we're working together without any problem. With property, a reason why I decide, because what I found that many people who invest in, particularly through the self-managed super fund, they buy the wrong property. And what's happened if you bought a wrong property? What can you do? the costs become higher, then tenant move out, and then you started to pay more between loan and tenant income, and tenant income is gone. Then started to some of the clients, not in my portfolio, but who come to me, they've got excess of contribution because to go buy property, it looks fantastic. What I mean, like anyone can go in accumulation stage and very simple to create a portfolio. Why? Because when the property, when the trust in the accumulation stage, you're paying only 15% tax on investment income. And if the property sold, you have a discount on 1/3, so you're paying only 10%. And if you will buy, and similar to what I done, one property and then do something with property and then sell in 1-2 years, you've got 10% tax only. And very quickly, I purchased and built my money in self-managed super fund. So in reality, in this blog, I will share my experience, how I've done. Today, I've got 3 kids. They study in private school. Do I have problem? No. We're going on a holiday. We've got money for everything. I've got a client who come to me very young, and he asked about, Nick, what can you do for me? I said, okay, it's fine, but what would you like to have from me? He said, oh, I would like to set up the portfolio so I can go, and sometimes I have a choice, or work or don't work. How much will cost? I said, look, it's how much do you earn? He said, I'm earning so much. I said, okay, if you pass all this money for service to me, this may be a little bit covered. It's not because the price is expensive, because what you try to set up in the time frame is very short. You would like to have multi-million portfolio in very short period of time, and you're earning today not big money. What about if you think about and come back later? He come after 3 months later. He said, Nick, look, what about if you will start it, but we do slowly? I said, it's fine. Let's start it and do slowly. And when he started to work with me, after a short period of time, after a few years, now he got multi-million portfolio. His business grew up by many times, and he just forget and a smile when I'm talking to him. I said, oh, do you remember when you come to me and you said, oh, this is what you would like to set up and this is how much it costs? He said, yeah, Nick, I understand, but it's because I had no idea what the wealth is all about. And what I found during my 30 years experience, guys, in reality, this is true. Many people have no idea what is the wealth about. The creation of the wealth, people understand. This is a continuing income who will come to your account. My question is, when the income is come, how much tax you would like to pay? Some people say, okay, I don't know. I said, what do you mean don't know? On what particular tax scale you're at the moment in? Let's say you're at the moment on $18,000, you pay 0. Or let's say today you on a next scale, you're earning $40,000. In $40,000, you're paying 16 cents above $18,200. My question is, how much money you would like to invest? He said, look, it's earning money not enough just only to support my family. I've got 2 kids. I said, look, okay, this means we have to do the different strategy. And of course, some people say, oh, I am earning today is 170,000. It's completely different ballgame. In 170,000, I always talking about that how much you needed to spend for family, how much you needed to pay your home, how much money you would like to invest, and then we're talking about how to move from one taxable income to another taxable income by using investment property. But what is more important for this one? It's not only this. The whole idea is investment, like for me, to have money when I would like to retire, when I will be not enough to come to my office to get my job done. Why? It's eventually happen. So year by year, people become older. It's no secret. And then when you become an older and you've got an investment, my question is, how much taxes you would like to pay? And many people never think about that whole idea is investment or build your investment portfolio and creation wealth is the numbers. It's not about underlying assets. It's not about shares or property or self-managed super fund. It's about numbers. How these numbers will work for you. And if, let's say, you got property in self-managed super fund and you reach preservation age and you go on retirement plan, what's happened? with zero tax if your account balance equal less than $2 million. And of course, if your account balance is more than $3 million, you will have an additional pay. But most of my clients have account balance up to $3 million. So the $2 million they can transfer to the account-based pension, for instance, and another one they withdraw to pay his home loan or to pay his holiday or to pay for son or daughter who would like to study here or would like to go study overseas, let's say UK or United States or Japan. At the moment, I'm opening a representative office in Japan. Why? Because when I come to first time to Japan, I was shocking. How many people there? How many people working hard? How many people on retirement? Let's say on retirement they've got $38 million. We only in Australia have got 26 million. And what is more amazing that these people still working. The ability to work is so amazing since I remember once I've been in a conference as a mortgage broker, Mark Boris, which is a famous financial guy and advisor. He said the most advantage for me is come and work, and the same as me. So I can come every work to my office and work. I don't need anyone. I've got education, I've got knowledge, I've got clients, I've got desire to succeed. It's not about money. Yeah, money is important, but not money motivate me, for instance. Like when I go to Tokyo and establish office over there, like I said, what is actually make me so much excited? Oh, you can basically set up a company, anyone. It doesn't matter, you're from Australia or from Japan. All of them is good. Any person who is non-Australian citizen or resident can establish company. Secondly, what has made me excited, let's say we would like to buy a property over there. How much tax we will pay? The same? The same tax as a Japanese resident or citizen. What about if you decide to go and set up property investment business? Yes, you can go and set up property investment business. Property investment business, you don't have to have a license. But if you would like to set up advising business, of course you need to have local education. If you would like to establish a real estate management business, of course you need to have local education. And this is quite normal because you needed to get a license. You needed to have language. Like personally me, I started to learn Japanese language. It's not just only because I've got some ideas that eventually I will able to run my business on purely Japanese. This is what has happened to me, let's say, in Australia. It's not because I'm not going to migrate over here. I just only come and go from time to time. I can't stay more than 1.5 or 2 months because I've got business here in Australia and I've got family in Australia. But what is more amazing that ability to study give me opportunity to wash my brain. So after 30 years running business, I still study. I study in university. I'm doing 1 or 2 courses per semester. And I'm learning Japanese language, like I mentioned before. Of course, some people who is more younger, they maybe do better. But I'm not studying to apply for the job. I already got a job. So today I look in people around the world to find people who would like to come in Australia and would like to work in Australia and Japan. Of course, I've been in Dubai, for instance. I spoke in Dubai with people who live in over there and try to invite them to come to Australia. What I can say? In Dubai, they're paying zero tax. In Australia, we've got normal tax, which is needs a progressive tax scale. If you're earning 20,000, you will be paid small amount or nothing because 18,200 is free. If you're earning 200,000, of course you will pay on progressive tax. Like for me, I pay a lot of tax. So what? I'm proud because I support people who can't. Many years when I come over there, that when I go to learning English and then go to study, I've got 4 diplomas over here, like financial planning, advanced financial planning, real estate, and mortgage management diploma. The government support me. Today I'm studying university. I'm paying HEC system because I'm not paying for my study. I pay when I lodge in a tax return. And of course, needed to appreciate that for me, when I look into Australia, I believe it's fantastic democracy country. It's providing opportunity for people around the world who come to Australia, study, work, and establish his own life. What only difference between Australia and Japan? Like in Japan, I can I can invite a limited number of people to work in a company. In Australia, I've got limit because I've got, of course, I am approved. I am approved Australian security investment sponsor, so I don't need to go to government to apply if somebody would like to come to Australia. But today I needed to pay a little bit more, 1.5 more for international employer to come to Australia. So this employer has to do more and has ability to do more compared to local people. Because in Australia, simply, we don't have enough people and we don't have enough infrastructure. But we've got beautiful country. So when I'm working over here, I enjoy my office, I meet people, everything established, everything fantastic. When I go to Japan, I meet different people. It's for me like new life, new strife. I have to go to the office, meet the people where I've seen before, try to talk to them. What is good in Tokyo, many people speak in English, but don't assume that no more. So for me, I can talk slowly, I can talk simple sentences, and we understand. And I like to be part of the Japanese community because I like this type of the people. Like go to metro, they're sitting in a car, everything nice and quiet, they're working, nobody argue, nobody disrupt to each other. It's fantastic and very polite. Let's say you've been in Japan, I don't know where to go or how to do. I can honestly say, Sumimasen, can you help me please? How to find for me one way or another? And they're always doing for you. And many people go and help you to go with you to show you exactly to be sure that you come to a good spot. Of course, in Tokyo is different thing. When you go to Yokohama, it's another story. When I come to Yokohama first time, it's about half an hour by train to come, but this is a different thing. So it's not too many people speaking English. When they come over there, I'll go to the train station and I try to ask from some older gentleman. He said, "What?" Sumimasen, can you help me to find the train which is going to Shibuya station back to Tokyo? He's standing, he say, "Welcome to real Japan. You needed to learn Japanese language." I say, "Thank you." And I tried to learn. So I have done a few courses. On this, like I said, it's my channel. It's not only properly corporate channel. It's more about business. I would like to share my experience and to explain to the sole proprietor, solo business owner, why we needed to have international business. Like you see, all around the world, people struggle today, but they are a big company. They worry about economy, they worry about something else, but we are small. Like how the big what is happening in the world interrupt me? No, it's nothing happened. It's nothing interrupt me. Of course, when we got a COVID, we are a little bit stuck. Another good thing happened to me. We started to sit at home is about, I think, in 2020. From the March, I believe, I just go to university on my first bachelor of screen production. I finished diploma, film and TV, and go to bachelor of screen production because I enjoy working this camera. And suddenly in 2 days, we sitting home and we can't go to study anymore. And I think, okay, it's something happened. I've got a good portfolio. And if something happened and no income will come, what I will do? It's very difficult to sell. Nobody will go to look at your property anyway. I was surprised. I was surprised because in first month, April, we're sitting at home. My income is triple for the month here. So the people who doesn't want to come to my office because they don't have time and don't want to talk about online, all of them is going online. And what has happened? I've got 7 people, they move out from the office. I take everything out and I build a studio. And today I'm able to communicate with people around the world. And I'm doing presentation, I go to Japan, I'm making some promotional film. And I'm very happy that and very thankful to Australia that give me opportunity to learn English, establish myself, support my family. And I would like to say that I would like to share my experience and maybe my knowledge to helping you as well. Like I said, it's if you're asking about what is the best time to invest in property, usually people say yesterday. When is the best time to set up self-managed super fund? Yesterday. However, if you age 60, 65, no problem. If you 67, no problem too. It's similar to like set up YouTube channel. I set up in YouTube now. I never no experience, no knowledge, and just only my desire to share my life experience with people. And I hope that we will friend and I will help you as much as I can and tell you honestly, no secret, how to go to retire, pay zero tax legally. And this is why I'm here. Thank you very much for your time. Put your likes and enjoy and subscribe. See you then. Bye-bye.